Hi, everyone. This is Eliza Coleman, the stunt coordinator on Hereditary and Kevin Williamson's film Sick, and you are watching Craven Something Scary.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, visitors, subscribers, patrons, and my Cravenites. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Well, guys, we are here tonight. We've made it to this very, very special evening that we've been looking forward to for a few weeks. And I literally have been counting down for this night to come. My guest tonight, you first met, it was back in August, and on his birthday, by the way, when he joined from his convention appearance in Houston. And it was an amazing interview with Matt. And he's got such an incredible career. And we talked a lot about one particular movie because personally, guys, it's one of my favorite movies. And so naturally, I'm going to park there for a long time. And we did. But he was such an amazing guest. And he was so kind to agree to come back again, but this time, not only to talk about the film, but to watch it with us. I mean, literally watch the movie with us, guys. And such a special treat that he has agreed to do this tonight. So I am so excited. I'm on cloud nine, and I know you guys are too. I know many of you will be watching this in replay mode later in the week, and weeks from now, even you'll be watching this. So I hope you all enjoy this experience tonight as much as I know I am, because my guest tonight is an incredible, incredible person, and he played the killer, ladies and gentlemen, in one of my favorite films. Of course, we're talking about Urban Legend. Oh yeah, baby. I say this. This is Scream's my favorite franchise. You all know that here. But I always tell you that of all the films that came out post Scream in that era, period, Urban Legend's my number one favorite film. And I'm just thrilled to hear what Matt has to say tonight as we dig into the film. We watch some scenes, and he's going to, I know, share much wisdom and knowledge with us as he did before. So, guys, without further ado, we're not going to delay it any longer. Please give a round of applause in the chat and welcome my very special guest again to the channel, Mr. Matt Birman. What's up, Matt?
How's it going, man?
It's
Good to see
great.
you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for making the visit again and agreeing to watch this incredible film that you made
Hey,
so incredible for us to watch. This is great.
thanks for having me. This is pretty freaky. I've never done this, so forgive
Hey,
my forgive my newbiness.
no, that's awesome. Well, I'm so happy that uh, you know this will be your first watch party right here on my channel. That means a lot. This is very cool. And I want to just tell everyone before we start the movie, be sure and follow Matt over on Instagram. Thank you, Val. Val is moderating the chat. Much appreciated. And you can follow him right
Hey,
here.
Val.
Hey, Val. Yeah, just click that link and it'll take you right to his Instagram. Follow him and yeah, let him know. Definitely say hello. And Jason says, welcome again, Matt. It's such an honor. Yes. Yes,
Thanks,
indeed.
Jason. Good to see you, man.
Yes. And everyone's sharing their hellos and thank yous. And it's always awesome. All right. And of course, guys, you can also,
Glad to be here, guys.
yes, yes, indeed. You can also check out Matt's website right there. Just click the link, bookmark it, and you can always check it out at your leisure. So be sure to do that and especially follow him on Instagram. All right. Please do that. All right.
Yeah.
Matt. So again, man, We spoke about back in, and real quick, my good friend Knight over at the Night Watch Zone says, we appreciate you being here tonight, Matt. All right.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here. I hope I don't screw it up too bad, you guys.
Oh, no.
This is
Impossible.
it's an experiment. I'm not tech savvy, so bear with me.
Absolutely, man. You're among friends. I'm telling you, my community is the most amazing group of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And so, you're just hanging out with friends here in my living room, man. That's it's your
Cool.
all good. So what we're gonna do tonight, guys, is what we typically do. I'll give a countdown in just a minute. We'll see like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and whenever I say go, you'll hit play. So just make sure you have your whether you're gonna watch it in the watch party, which by the way, I know Val has been posting that. I do have an Amazon Watch Party open. So if you would like to join it, I'll control the movie for you. You'll be good to go. If you're watching it elsewhere, that's fine. Just be sure to get ready to hit play when I do the countdown. Now, and that should be pretty much it. Matt, before we get started, man, anything you'd like to share? Well, let me just ask you the question. As you think back to urban legend, um, and again, I know you're going to share more as we get into the film, but what is like, maybe your favorite moment that you can before we watch the movie that maybe was a stunt or a favorite scene so that we can kind of be ready for that later. If there was one,
It
that's
it, it yeah, it's really easy. It's a line that one of the cast members said to me. She was 18 or 19 at the time, and we were doing it. We were doing her demise, and the first thing that comes to mind, and it is something that sticks out in my head. She later, became a star.
Mhm.
She just looked at me, and she was full of adrenaline, and she was sweating, and she was exhausted, and she was exhilarated, and she just looked at me and went, "You fucking rock." Tara Reid.
Nice. Oh, Tara
Yeah.
Reid. Yeah. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that
that's
tells
the
you.
first that's the first thing that comes to mind. That and Jamie Blanks is basically had one expression through the entire movie was right on, fucking cool, right on. So
That's awesome.
there's a lot of that. But yeah, I always
Oh,
think when I think about urban legend, I think about that night and Tara just looking at me going, I don't know, man, you fucking rock.
so
Because she
cool.
didn't die.
Yeah. Well, but that's got to make you feel like, you're nailing it, man. You're bringing it, and that's so cool, man.
Yeah, it was fun. That's my
Oh,
favorite memory.
that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us, man. That's really so we can all remember that now when as we're watching the movie. Uh, what Tara
Yeah,
said.
I'll
That's
let
so
you
good.
know. That's the night she said you fucking rock. Yeah.
That's awesome. And real quick, Scott's coming in. Hey, Scott says, Matt, hey, Matt, thanks so much for being here. I loved your last interview here. Glad you came back to see us.
Oh, Scott, thank you so much. I'm telling you right now, that interview, it was a blast. But I was outside of the pool with bad music happening, and Stephen, it was probably a nightmare for you, but it was the only way to
Oh,
cram it in. And I had all these people. The con had just ended, and everybody was like, "It's his birthday. He's doing an interview," and it was just, it was goofy. But Scott, thank you. That means a lot because I thought to me, it was like this is not going well but
oh, it's
I'm glad
okay.
people enjoyed it.
It was great. No, it was very cool. And real fast, last thing, guys, then we're going to start the movie. Um, Today is Flitz. What's up, Kyle? It's his 10-month anniversary of being a channel member. Thank you, Flet.
Nice.
Kyle, that's nice. Cheers to 10 months. Urban Legend is awesome. Hey, Matt, have an awesome watch party. All
All
right.
right. Congratulations on 10 months.
Yeah. Appreciate that. It's awesome. Very awesome. Appreciate the support. Um, okay. Here we go. So, guys, blanket hello to everyone in the chat. Instead of calling everyone out by name, you guys know I see you here. If you left a comment and I appreciate every single one of you. Matt will be fielding questions throughout the event tonight. If you have a question for Matt or a comment, you can certainly put it in the chat. I'll be monitoring that as we're watching the movie. And also, if you have a burning question as we watch the movie that you really want to ask Matt about a scene or just anything in general regarding Urban Legend or his career for that matter, simply send in a super chat because it will go to the front of the line. Okay. I'll get a special notification and I will make sure your question goes up to the front. All right. So that's the way you can do that. It also supports the channel, helps me out a great deal with the channel. So it's a win-win for everybody, and I greatly appreciate it. And we'll get to as many questions as we can. Just know we probably won't get to all of your questions. All right. I think you guys understand that. So just keep that in mind as we get going. Okay. Hey Keon, what's up, man? All right. Having said that, let's go ahead and pull up our movie. I'm gonna get it pulled up here. And I'm going to move Matt over here so that I can see you. There we go. Perfect. Now I can see you in the chat. We are in good shape here. All right. So guys, I'm going to do a countdown from 5. No. So what we'll do, so no, Matt, oh, sorry.
I'll
No.
leave it. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
you're good.
I'll leave it.
You're good. Just like this. Perfect. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna do a countdown from 5, and then we'll start the movie. Whenever I say go is when you hit play, not on 1, on go. Just remember that. And everyone at home, turn your subtitles on. I highly encourage it because again, we will be discussing over the movie. So if you want to make sure you don't miss dialogue, have your subtitles on so you can read it while Matt's talking or while we're chatting. All right. So that's my last note. And we're going to do it now. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Got the horse, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it says TriStar Pictures, everyone. We are now, this TriStar logo is over. It's black screen, and we got a match burning. So you're at home. That's where we're at. Yep. Now we have the sun again. All right. Phoenix Pictures. This is so cool, Matt. Thank you for doing this, buddy. So cool.
Oh, okay.
Love it. Jared Leto. Wow.
My buddy killed him twice.
That's right, dude.
No,
That's a great story.
I missed him once, got him the second time.
Yes. And you're going to have to tell us that story again about the whole acts thing. I'll let you tell that in the right time, but that's so cool.
Well, we would have to watch American Psycho.
We would, and I'm not opposed to that, Matt.
Not a horror film, but definitely a slasher.
It's definitely a slasher, you bet. Yes. Anytime, Matt. That's one of those things where I'll say open invitation, my friend. Anytime.
Well, I would remember less about American Psycho than I do about Urban Legend.
All right. So you guys, just so you know, she's driving in the truck and yep, director of photography is on the screen. That's right, Casey. Danielle Harris is in this and Robert Englund. And so, yeah, anytime Matt, as we watch this, the floor is yours, my friend. Anything you want to say? If not,
Oh,
we watch the movie. But you can.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's open anytime, anywhere, anything.
Well, I'm sure we all get the joke here that if anybody's seen the movie before, that
Yes,
she's singing "Turnaround,"
I love it.
and we all know who Natasha is. I'm assuming
Uh,
she is the daughter
refresh our
of
memories.
Natalie. She's the daughter of Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner.
Now, see, I missed that little bit of trivia, Matt. I actually did not know
Yeah,
that.
and I didn't really get
Wow,
to know her, and I don't know what happened to her, but it was pretty cool. It was like that's Natalie Wood's daughter.
my goodness, wow. Yep, well, that's pretty
And
cool. I did not know that.
I mean, this is just horror 101, right? That the
Hmm.
gas tank's empty. She's
Yep,
driving along, partying her head off and singing songs, and somehow forgot that she doesn't have any gas.
that's right. And I love we get a cameo here from a horror legend too.
Oh my lord! And a dramatic acting legend.
Yes.
And his kid, if Brad Dourif we're talking about, his kid is
Yes.
starring in the Chucky series.
And I'm
Uh,
I'm just now
yeah,
watching that series.
yeah. Of course, he's doing a little bit of a homage bit to his character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Hmm. Very cool.
23 years earlier.
Hmm.
So this rain was real fun. This rain is not real.
Okay.
All it is painful. when you're when you're standing in it for 12 hours, they're turning it on
Oh,
and off and on and off.
oh
So
man.
we had a lot of rain and a lot of nights, and we called it the Crane Rain Show. And anybody that worked on this movie can do anything. So this is one of Jamie's very cool shots. He's this overhead crane shot will turn into something special.
Hmm. Oh, oh man.
Hell of an acting choice there to
Yes.
take a
100%.
giant pause before the word speak.
Now, see, she's got the right idea. Like, I'm give her credit. Like, she's got
What
something
is
with
that?
her,
Like bear spray or pepper spray?
like pepper spray. Yeah. Uh huh. Well, mace.
Yeah,
Well, she's thinking right. Hey Becky, thanks for joining. So Becky, actually, Matt was just telling us about that. No, this was not real rain. That this was, and Matt, how is when the time is right? You can walk us through like how do they set that up? I'd love to hear.
sure.
Oh, oh man,
Oh, poor Brad.
I know.
And I always thought that she was grabbing the phone to make a call.
Yeah. Yes. Same.
She picks it up and throws it through the window. It's like, well, that's no longer an option.
No.
So this is the same crane gone berserk with a 3-axis head on it. It's just a fantastic shot.
Oh man,
So this is these two stunt performers.
dude. Oh, here we now. Talking about iconic for Matt.
Yeah.
Here comes Matt. Everybody, get ready. Oh,
And the same song is still playing.
it is.
It's got to be a tape deck, right?
Yep, I think so.
Oh,
That's it. Oh,
so beautifully shot. Except for that shot. I hate that shot.
really?
Ask me why. Ask me why I hate that shot.
Why do you hate that shot?
It's gorgeous, but the car's not moving. It's what we call an insert. And we should have done that shot on the move.
Yes,
Because the rest of it's amazing. Her eyes in the mirror and the killer popping up, like it's all so beautiful.
it is.
And then we go to this sort of still.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Anyway, that rain is created by a spinnaker and a hose system coming from a water truck, and it's suspended above us on a crane.
Okay.
Sometimes we use towers, sometimes we use a crane with spinners, but think of it as an overhead sprinkler system.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when it's done properly, we can regulate it and make it look like just a sprinkle or make it look like a downpour.
Nice.
But it was it's difficult because you turn it off to in between shots, and then it's exhausting over 12 hours to keep turning that rain on.
I can only imagine. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that little car action back there was two of the finest stunt performers in Toronto at the time. Both now not performing, but Marco Bianco and Allison Reed.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and throw names out, which won't mean much to the audience, but just to acknowledge
Sure.
I went through a good 20 or 30 stunt performers, sort of the elite of the Toronto community on this film. There's no new people, and that's why the action's so good. They're all veterans.
That's fantastic. Wow. So guys, the insight we're already getting in just the first 10 minutes of the movie is phenomenal. So great. No, Hollywood guy, we're not paused. We're moving. They're on the couch. It's given the legend of Stanley Hall. Mm. And Becky said, ever since I've seen this movie, I always look in the back of my car at night before I get in. Yeah. You can thank Matt for that.
Well, you know what, Becky? You know what I do? I never flash my headlights at a car whose lights are off.
Oh, same. Yes. Yes.
And not because of the urban legend, but because of my Los Angeles gang legend experience. Is apparently it's an initiation, right?
Mm-hmm.
For bangers. It's like, well, don't ever flash a car that its headlights are out.
Nope. That's right.
So this guy looks a lot like, oh, it is Jared Leto. Never mind.
I was gonna say, look how young he is. Oh my gosh. All of them.
It's kind of interesting watching it with the subtitles. You
Mm-hmm.
realize that you're not always listening when you watch a movie, but if you've got titles, you get every word.
Exactly. I have had the same realization since doing these watch parties with subtitles. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm watching Lupin on Netflix right now, season 3, and it's in French and it's got titles. And the problem with any titled show on Netflix is if you fall asleep, you can't catch up. You can't listen to it. If you close your eyes, you're not reading anymore.
That's true.
So it's really annoying because you got to keep going back 2 episodes to figure out where you were.
Oh, I've been there before, man. So Matt, were you on set for the majority of or for a lot of the scenes? Like we were like, would you say percentage wise, pretty good percentage of the movie?
Yeah, this is what I call an immersive job because I was behind and in front, right? I was the stunt coordinator. So I was
Yeah.
there all the time. And when I had to what we called put the parka on, I'd
Mm-hmm.
either have one of my guys watch the monitor and make everything safe, or
Mm-hmm.
girls in some cases. The girl that doubled Rebecca for the stunt work, the actual stunt work, is a coordinator, Shelley Cook,
Ah,
and very talented. She would keep an eye if I was on camera. Um,
okay.
Now this guy, he became bane of my existence too because I dubbed him on a movie called The Skulls,
Yes, that's right.
and Josh and I we were like this for a while, and I didn't know or didn't watch or didn't see that little TV show he was known for.
Oh,
So I was like
Dawson's
the
Creek,
Dawson's
right?
Creek. So I was
Yeah.
like the old ignorant guy. I was like, I don't know who you are, kid. And he's like, I'm Josh Jackson. I was like, okay. And then I ended up doubling him on the Skulls, which is a kind of a cool, very little scene movie. And
It is a cool movie. Yeah.
this is Julian Richings, who's a phenomenal character actor in Toronto.
So good. Yeah,
And
he
you
nailed
you
this
would
part.
immediately nail him as the killer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And these sets, as you the shot we just saw, Jamie makes beautiful use of. There's Danielle.
There she is. Now, are these
He
on
makes
sound
beautiful
stages here,
use of
Matt?
the.
Okay.
This set this is one of our
Okay.
very few stage sets. Most of Urban Legend was shot at University of Toronto and at the environs of Toronto, out near the zoo and in the country.
Okay.
This dorm room was a set. Very very few interior sets on this movie.
Wow. That's
I don't
gorgeous.
know what or how this shot is. I don't know anything about it, but
I was gonna say it
anyway,
looks great.
Jamie made beautiful use of the campus and
Yeah.
really shot the architecture of the place
Mm-hmm.
well and kept it really really ND.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I saw him in some horror movie back in the 80s. Got real famous. Yeah. Robert
Mhm.
Englund. That's so cool. Did you get to spend some time with Robert?
I didn't. I just
Oh.
a quick hello because the only stunt in this scene, as I'm sure your viewers know, is a
Mm-hmm.
couple of little falls. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to do anything with him, but it was pretty. I was gawking. I was like, "Wow, man,
I bet.
Robert Englund." I mean,
Yeah,
he has transcended the role in that we know his name,
absolutely. You're right.
and a lot of these. I was talking to Lee in Houston, Screen Face,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And we were at the con, and I said, "You know what's cool about us? Nobody knows what we look like, and they don't
Mhm.
really know our names. You're Screen Face, and I'm a killer. But
Right.
this guy has transcended the role. We know him as Robert Englund. It's
That's
kind
right.
of
I
cool.
sure do. It is. Very
He's
cool.
not he's not just that guy.
Mm-mm. And if I have anything to do it on my channel, at least, neither will the killer in Urban Legend be that guy. It's Matt
Yeah, right.
Birman, and it's Lee Waddell, and it's right. You know what I'm saying? This is important to me that you guys get that recognition.
Lee's cool. He's Texas, right?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
he's very cool.
He was cool. I had a good time with him. He was great. I brought him over to the other room at the con uh, to come and meet. Oh God, why am I blanking? Dawn of the Dead. Ken Faree. And
Yeah.
I'd never met Ken, and he was like, "You're a zombie guy, aren't you?" And I was like, "I am." But so Ken and I have George in common. Let's go meet Ken. And we walked over to meet Ken. It was pretty cool.
Aw, that's cool. And I bet these young cast members like Rebecca and Josh, these others, I hope they had a sense of all around Robert, or understood who he was and horror icon, the horror he was. It's really
Yeah, I don't know, I don't remember, but I can tell you that Jamie sure did.
I bet.
You know,
Yes,
like he
yes.
was just like, "This is so fucking cool."
It would be.
Yeah. No, there's an incredible amount of cameo. I mean, John Neville's in this movie, which is mind blowing. He's, this
Mhm.
not known for horror at all. Um, Other than I guess Baron Munchausen's not really horror, but John Neville's one of the most respected classical actors in the world,
Mhm.
and we're like killing him with a car in a parking lot. It's just surreal.
Yes. I loved hearing him talk. His voice, it's just like,
Oh yeah.
oh man.
There's a little film error there, but I'm not going to talk about it.
So, how much did these I keep calling them the young kids, but I mean the young, the
Oh,
main
they
team,
are.
they're so young here. How much did this core group of the cast, these young ones, how much did they do of their own stunts at any point in time? Or was it pretty much nope, stunt double, stunt double, stunt double?
Yeah, well, so the reason I was here that day was for this moment, and obviously Josh did all this himself.
Okay,
He's a very athletic guy. He did a ton of stuff on both this movie and The Skulls. When we get to Josh's sequence, I can tell you what was him and what wasn't.
great. Okay,
And he'd look at me and he'd sort of go, "Birman, what do you think?" I'd be like, "You're doing this," and he'd be like, "I said, I'm not dyeing my hair that color. You dyed your hair that color." I said, I'm
yeah,
gonna I'll W when I have to, but I'm not doing
hmm,
it here. You fall down the stairs."
that's awesome.
But they did a lot of their own stuff.
Hmm.
At the end of the film, Alicia had to do a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Loretta, she's got a gag coming up. I did not double her. And Jared did everything. I mean, he didn't have a lot, but he did everything except one night of driving.
okay,
They were
wow,
game. They were
that's
game.
awesome.
Sometimes you get a cast that doesn't want to do anything, and sometimes you get a cast that's like, "Yeah, let's rock and roll."
That's awesome.
There's
That's fun.
John.
Yes.
And yeah, we would not have known that Loretta Devine was going to become a bit of a star.
Hmm.
She's just a scene stealer. She's fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, I just believe her from the get-go here.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. She's really good. She's good in the sequel too.
Just no ego, like no ego acting.
Mhm. Oh, that's awesome to hear.
Good Lord, he's like 14 years old here.
I know, look at it, seriously. So young. Gosh. Ugh.
I love that insert. I love it. So this newscaster, it says Dave Macri. Dave Macri
Mhm.
was the first AD on the movie. So very often movies will use crew members' names.
Mhm.
But that's Gordon Martineau in real life, who was in Toronto, a city TV reporter and a real sort of bastion standout, like Toronto
Yeah,
famous guy, terrific
okay.
reporter.
Wow. That's pretty cool that
But yeah, it's so funny to see. And here's Dave McAree live on the scene. It's like, oh my God.
I love that.
Mac was the first AD is by the time this movie was made in 1998, he was already a grizzled veteran. He did a phenomenal job on this movie because you have to the expression we use with a cast that's this young is keep all the kittens in the box.
Mm.
And they all have their own they got their own audience. Rebecca Gayheart had one thing and Josh Jackson had another thing, and nobody knew. I don't think anybody knew who Alicia Witt was or Danielle Harris, but Tara was brand new, and it's like they're all, hungry. And
Yes.
then you gotta balance that with the adults and the crew and keep all the kittens in the box.
Wow. That's a good analogy. I bet
So
some of
these
it's
are
like wrangling a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when you lose one, you're not shooting anything until you find them.
True. So this is back on the set now, in a soundstage, right? In this room, just this room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not here for this.
Okay.
I don't know. I always found that sort of like, okay, so her head got taken off in a car. Everybody sort of casually, let's go back to the yearbook. I'm not sure I understood this part.
This is where they have to set up the backstory now. Give us the connection.
Oh, all the big backstory and the connection, and also there's false leads in every horror movie.
That's right.
Or every whodunit, and this one he almost makes a joke of having 27 of them. You know what I mean? It's like the janitor, the principal, the cop, the this, the that. It's like over the top on purpose.
Yeah, and that's one thing I loved about this movie. I thought the writing was great because, there are so many red herrings. At some point, it could be any number of several people, and that's what you want. That's what
You
I
want
want to
that.
be guessing.
You want to be in the middle of the third act going, I don't know, I give up now. I just don't know.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
you got a
right.
character comes into a room that's empty, intimate scene, sitting on the side of a bed, and he says to her, "We could go someplace and talk." Like, what's wrong with right here, right now?
That's right. Yes.
No, we got to get in a car and go get into trouble.
Yes. Got to get in a car, a little more isolated, driving away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I will never be able to describe all this action as it unfolds because it happens too fast. But
so fast. Yes. I'm
this
gonna
is
give
a
you the floor here,
combination.
man, because this
It's
is
a
a wicked scene.
combination of my very talented riggers doing the wire work that got Josh in the air and dropped him back down, and then myself having to perform on camera as the killer. I couldn't double Josh at the same time. There's no way to get thrown off the front of the car and then do the fall. So we had a brilliant stunt guy my size named Brian Jagursky does the ultimate crash into the windshield. And this windshield is one of the first examples of us using candy glass for a car windshield, which is not usually done because when you pour candy glass that big and that thick, it starts to look crappy. It gets wavy and shitty, and you can't see through it and you can't shoot through it. And basically the finest piece of candy glass I've ever seen in my life was put into this car, and we dropped Brian on it into Alicia's lap, and it was just golden. But
Oh, man.
everybody's like, "Aren't you Josh's double?" I was like, "Yeah, I went off the car, I stomped on the windshield, I jumped in the face, I pulled the rope, I killed him, and then I fell in the car doubling Josh." It's like, "No, it wasn't me. I did not double Josh on this movie." But
Oh,
he was amazing. We strung him up and put a harness on him, and
wow.
he used to tease Alicia that was the girliest punch I'd ever seen, but his reaction was so good that we bought it.
Yep.
And I
True.
guess you're not allowed to say girly punch anymore, but I just
Okay.
did.
It's all right, man. It's all good.
Cancel me. I guess.
No, nobody's getting canceled on this channel. Ah,
Yeah, that's another one. It's like, let's go someplace and talk. We're sitting quietly on the side of your bed. And then he's
yeah,
like, I'm gonna go take a piss. And
man.
he goes really far away. But that's
Uh-huh.
okay. That's horror.
It's hard. You got
That's how
to.
it should be.
That's right.
We got to give the killer a chance to dun dun
Mhm.
dun 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 dun. I always wanted the Jaws music in that shot of the car, like dun.
Yeah, love it. Good night, Casey. Yeah, definitely catch the rest tomorrow. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Oh, what a scene. So, Matt is about to be on stage with us again in the movie.
That is a great song. I don't want to wait.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, this is just so classic. Like
Ooh,
in the theater, you'd just be screaming, "Don't get out of the car!"
exactly. Uh-huh. Locked it. Window up. There you go. Yep. Ooh. Now this is you, right, Matt, in this scene, particular scene?
This is all me as the killer
Okay.
for sure.
Yes.
And Josh did 90% of this, just not the fall at the end.
Okay.
This is all these inserts, these are what I call the storytellers, the rope on the hitch and the rope on the tree
Mhm.
and these pounding on the roof. They look like nothing shots, but they really tell the story.
Yes, they
Were
do.
all shot by producer Michael McDonald, and
Okay.
very cool dude. So this is Josh, and
Good
he's
for
in a
him.
harness, and yeah, and he's hanging for real. So
Wow.
even though we're not really choking him, he's definitely uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. That's him there too. All of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And so is this.
Oh, Matt.
He did all that on his own,
Wow.
and I go flying. And now Sue Parker is the stunt double for Alicia. She will back the car up, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if I
Oh,
remember this. Yeah.
man. Oh.
Oh, that's it. She kicks me off. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah,
That's
that
Sue
looked
driving,
painful.
and now here comes Brian
Okay.
into that piece of candy.
Wow.
And it's just a really kind of a cool
Ooh.
Jamie and the writers really
Great job, Matt.
thought out a great sequence.
Fantastic. Now, how many takes did it take like on those sequences? Were those one take and done, or was it a few
No,
takes?
we pulled Josh up. I remember probably 3 or 4 times because it was a crane shot. It was tough to coordinate with camera.
Okay.
And I remember going off the front when the car backs up and I fall off the front backwards. We did that 2 or 3 times, and that was just position stuff.
Okay.
Brian's fall into the candy was once, one and done. We didn't have a
Yeah.
reset on that.
Wow. It worked
But
perfectly
that's
though.
in my, I don't know, 380, 400 films. That's one
Yeah.
of my favorite gags is that little plop of Josh hitting the windshield. It's really a cool stunt.
It is.
You
Well,
know,
it's a
because it's
testament to you.
story. It's a story stunt. You know, it's not just some
Mhm.
big high fall or a burn. It's like,
Yeah. Yep.
oh, they did?
It was not a mannequin.
Oh no. No, not on that.
He's trying to tell her it's a mannequin. Pal says this is awesome to watch the movie with Matt's commentary, isn't it? It's wonderful.
Or I should look over at the comments, no?
Oh, I mean, it's you certainly can if you'd like. I'm keeping an eye on things too. We did hit 50 likes already on the live stream. That's fantastic.
Hey, I'm here. I'm seeing them say that the Dawson Creek song came on. I didn't know that. See, I'm too old to get stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's the
Here's
Dawson
a
Creek
here's
theme.
an in
Yeah.
joke that I didn't know about.
Yep, sure is. Yep. It's true. Hi, Ronan. Welcome to the stream. And Sean as well. Crazy. If you need a timestamp of 34 minutes and 37 seconds. Or join the watch party, Ronan, if you'd like, or anyone else, the Amazon watch party. Just click the link. Val and Sarah will be putting in the chat. And you can just join and you'll be right there.
So that little spot we just passed by with the camera is
Mm-hmm.
the exact same staircase we did a gag on the skulls. So it
Ah,
was
okay.
all kind of interconnected. Doesn't matter at this point in the movie because Josh is dead.
Yes. But
Damon.
Game
Yeah, we
over.
did
That's it.
send.
So did you shot the skulls here as well at this University of Toronto?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
all in and around the same spots, different exterior locations, but a lot of the same interior locations. The parts of UOT that look like MIT, they look like Harvard, they look like any sort of Ivy League.
Yep.
It's that red brick ivied look, and it's a very popular location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's awesome.
The school itself is sick of movies, but we keep coming. Yeah, this library this is the real library, and it gets shot all the time because it's such an amazing location.
That's
It's a
great.
spooky location.
I bet it is.
Oh, I just hit my pause button, so I'm probably 3 seconds behind you guys now.
That's okay. That's okay. Just let me
Oh,
know.
it's all good. Did you know there was an encyclopedia of urban legends?
You know, did not. Not until I saw Urban Legend.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right. Oh goodness.
That's what we call a pop scare.
Mm-hmm. Pop scare. I remember that term.
Basically, gratuitous stuff happening for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Make you jump out of your seat.
Yes. Oh man. And she is her character has got some major anger issues, man. She is
Yeah.
really does.
And then I didn't realize this till like when I watched the movie before going to Houston to refresh my memory. It was like
Mhm,
this was 97, 98, and this
mhm,
is we weren't texting. We had
mhm.
cell phones, but we weren't really doing this sort of
Mm.
there was no Tinder. So it
No.
feels like it's kind of ahead of its time. And so those were more crew names. That was our sound guy's name.
Oh, nice.
Um, but like the idea of looking to hook up by what would have been a modem at the time, a
That's right,
bad modem,
dial-up. Yes.
might not have been dial up, but still, it's like, wow, I didn't realize how antiquated this was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and well, I almost brought it up earlier talking about, wrangling the young cast. I'm like, good thing they didn't all have smartphones like they do now, because there's no
Hmm.
telling how much harder that would have been with everybody
Yeah.
got their phones and going here and there, and yeah.
So that spot that Alicia just walked down the stairs at
Mhm.
in 1987, I got shot as a werewolf on Friday the 13th, the series,
Oh my gosh.
on
That's
the
so cool.
exact same location.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
neat.
deja vu, huh?
Yeah. Well, we do that a lot in Toronto with the amount of shows here. You very often get
Mhm.
you get people standing on the same spot going, "Oh God, we're shooting here again." But for me, because I'm so old and tired now, it's like I get romantic about everything. I'm like, "Oh, remember what we shot here?" And it turns out it's like 4 movies, not one movie.
Oh, alright.
This is super creative. I love that we set it up earlier that she uses her headphones because it's like
Yes.
she's just having sex again.
That's right.
And
It's
then
such a great scene.
big confession here is
Mhm.
I am not actually on top of Danielle,
Oh,
and
okay.
this big sex joke. No, and the confession is I don't know who played the killer on this day, but it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
And we figured it out in Houston. We were like, "There's a reason we don't remember. It's because it didn't happen." She's like, "I don't. I think you're right." So it's very likely that either Michael or even an assistant director just put because you can barely see the killer.
That's right. Yes.
Somebody just threw the park, and all Jamie needed was somebody, a black figure on top of her.
Yes, that's right. It's mostly
So
just the
it's a
gloves.
little
Yeah.
piece of trivia that
Okay.
I played the killer, but I didn't kill Danielle.
All right.
Definitely remember killing everybody else, though.
I bet. Oh, yeah. And we definitely got some more of those to come for sure.
Oh, don't give it away, man.
Mm. That's it for Danielle Harris. It's good to see her, though.
See you, Danielle. See you on some Halloween.
That's right.
What'd she do? 12 or 13 of them?
Actually, she only did 4 and 5.
Okay.
That was it, but she's been wanting to come back to the
I'm
franchise ever since.
I'm fascinated by the Halloween thing. I watched 6 or 7 the other night.
Mhm.
Well, you'll know and I won't, but this is another very often used U of T location. Uh
Mhm.
I don't know why I'm blanking on Donald Pleasance, and it
Uh-huh.
ends like in a medical office where he's on fire and he just keeps coming back. Like you just can't kill the guy, right?
Oh, that's Halloween 2 when he's on fire. That's
Is
Halloween
it?
2. Yes.
Oh,
In the hospital. Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I was just fascinated. I was like, I gotta understand this Halloween thing. Like, I don't get why. How come he never dies? But they kill him all the time. Like they
That's
in that
right.
movie, he got shot and stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
He just keeps coming back.
That's right.
So I don't know
Yeah.
the lore and the. Uh, I'm sure there's millions of discussions that he's an alien or he's not human or.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just fascinates me. As because people say, "Well, Danielle was in Halloween 4 and 5." I'm like,
That's right.
but surely she was killed in one of them. How can
You
you
know,
be in both?
well, the funny thing is, like, the actress was in 4 and 5, but her character was in 6, but she
Oh
wasn't
God.
playing the character, and her character was killed in 6.
So it's like soap operas, right? Where different
It
actors
is.
play the same role.
It is in her case, yes.
It's
There's
crazy.
multiple timelines in the Halloween franchise,
I
and
guess.
so you have to skip some to connect to the other one, and then rewatch just these 3. It's like it's interesting.
Wow. It's like Star Wars.
Yeah,
I love
in a
when
lot of
people I
ways.
love it when people go, "What order should I watch Star Wars in?" I'm like, "The
Mhm.
order they were intended to be watched in, for God's sake."
Yes. In fact, if you only watch episode 4, 5, and 6, you're okay.
You're good.
You don't have to watch
That's
any
like
more.
me. And I always tell people, "Do you know?" They're like, "Well, why is it called episode 4?" I'm like, "It doesn't matter. It's called In the Beginning.
That's right.
Start with 4.
Yes. Please, whatever you do.
Don't ever ask me to go backwards on purpose. I'll go backwards by accident, but not on purpose." Anyway,
Yes.
I'm fascinated by the Halloween thing. I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
chance to work with Jamie Lee on a movie called Terror Train
Oh, yeah.
in
That's my first horror movie.
79 or 78 in
78.
not in Montreal, and,
Mhm.
I didn't get to go work on it. I never ended up going.
Oh,
I did this bad movie called Death Ship instead, and, I was making teen exploitation movies, but,
okay.
my buddy, Tim Weber, who was in My Bloody Valentine, he was on Terror Train and he met Jamie Lee and he sort of came back. We were all in theater school at the time. He was like, "So me and Jamie Lee are like this." And I was like, "Did you?" And he's like, "Because Halloween was all we knew, right?" It
Yeah,
was, I
yeah.
think it might have been his second movie. I don't know. Anyway,
Mhm. Mhm.
it was just so cool. But there was a guy in Houston with a Terror Train t-shirt. And I went, "Is that the Terror Train?" And this is in the elevator. And he was like, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "I almost worked on that. 1979, Montreal, 78." He was like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "Because I was in Montreal in 1978." He's like, "Who are you?" I said, I'm here for urban legend." He goes, "Fuck off." It was
Oh,
funny.
no.
But you got to go to a horror convention to see a Terror Train t-shirt. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. No, trust me, they are out there. They are out there. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kenny, welcome to the stream. All right.
Should I be watching this stream or
Oh,
no?
I got you covered, man. I mean, you can, but, it's all good. I'll bring up comments every now and then, and, uh,
Yeah, cool. Okay.
yeah, it's all good. Dino says, "So cool to be watching Urban Legend with someone who was actually there." Well, he wasn't actually not only there, but yeah, on camera. That's right. That's right. And I know that's what you meant, Dino, but that's right. Absolutely.
Don't worry, there's a I don't know if I can get this in quick enough. I don't know when the scene ends. There was a moment where a producer came up to me because I was doing a different show at the same time.
Mm,
And I got a little sit down talking to that, "We're not sure you're present enough. We know you're doing another movie, but are like I have guys cover me to what we
mhm.
call babysit." And he gave me a little talking to, and I was
Uh-oh.
Jamie never felt it. It was never anything from the cast or the director, but it was him. And I was like, "Okay, I'll prioritize this movie over that movie." And that's also a memory that sticks out on this job. Is that one of the first times in my career when we double bubble, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
You want the guy you hired to be there every day. You want the guy that you conceive the action with, the guy you discussed, the guy that surveyed, the guy that did the meetings. You want the person, guy or girl. What am I saying? And I missed a couple of days just as a coordinator.
Okay.
And I remember just feeling like, well, I have to have a renewed dedication to Urban Legend and leave that other show behind for a couple of days. There's one moment coming up at the swimming pool where
Yes.
I walk down the length of the pool and it's not me. And that's the reason that he sat me down. And I'm glad he did because
Okay.
I poured the rest of my heart and soul into this movie.
Oh, okay,
It was
man.
all like that was all in the first week of the shoot. It was after the gas station.
Oh, okay. That was early on. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the coolest things about the gas station is that we shot it first, and I think it's something that Jamie wanted to do. Like before we got to the school, he wanted to
Yeah.
he wanted to separate the worlds, and
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the film and the end of the film are very close to each other in location, but not in schedule.
Got you.
I'm
Okay.
if I'm remembering it correctly. I don't know.
Yeah. And of
This
course
one,
they
I don't
put
know.
the
This one
yeah,
doesn't. This one doesn't get me at all.
yeah. I was gonna ask you what you thought about that.
I just thought it was silly. Like it's almost like like an in joke. Too much of an in joke is what I mean. It's like, come on, you got an axe
Right.
and a parka. It's like we're not supposed to believe this for a second.
No. Oh, hey Gina. Good to see you.
Tongue in cheek, as they say.
Tongue in cheek. That's right.
This is where Jared Leto would go. Jesus, that's the axe from American Psycho.
I love it. That's right.
That was a real damn axe for sure in that shot. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Oh yeah.
That ain't fake.
Now, did he know that the accent Psycho was from Legend? Did y'all have that discussion
Yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah,
we definitely had that discussion, and it was a get the
cool.
fuck out of here discussion. It wasn't the exact same axe, but it's from the same batch. We had
Mhm.
20 axes. They're all different. If you really look at them closely, they have different heads and different handles, but they're the same pour of rubber axes.
Mhm.
And
That's cool.
when we did the scene on Psycho is when I told him, I was like, you know where this came from, right? And he's like, get the fuck out of here. And
Nice.
then I didn't see him for 20 years. And on
Mhm.
Suicide Squad, I did a day and I just sort of said, hey, remember me? And now he's a giant star and he goes, you stay away from me. And he, like making a joke about it. And I was like,
Right.
I don't have an axe. Don't worry. It's all good.
Oh. It's in the trunk. It's great.
God, John Neville.
Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the stream. Join the watch party, and we've still got quite a bit to go, so plenty of time to finish the movie with us.
We've only killed a couple of people.
That's right. We're winding up. No, from Australia, from Melbourne, Australia. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Wow.
Hey, Jerry. Welcome.
So this is a case of two very different talents clashing young in their careers. And
Mhm.
you try, from an acting standpoint, it's an exercise sometimes to try to win the scene will
Okay.
make a performance stronger. And
Mhm.
that little exchange there is just a classic. It should be taught at theater schools of
Mm-hmm.
Leto's subtlety, just blowing Alicia Witt off the screen without screaming and yelling and
That's right.
raving. And she learned a lot from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, this is the pool.
Here it is. Yes.
Yeah, so this walk is not me, but this is in the suburbs of Toronto at the what's called the Olympium, and it is the pool complex that produces Canada's greatest swimmers.
Okay.
Why is that door locked? Why is that door locked?
Right. Oh, thanks, Jason. Hope you're having a good night too. See, when you do stuff like that, you ask for trouble. I'm sorry. You just do.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm.
so this flashback is shot on a road we use. I don't know, like probably 50 movies been shot here.
Oh, wow.
And if I told you what scenes and what movies, you'd be like, "Oh wow, I know that." But to us, it's just it's a road out near the zoo in the suburbs
Okay.
that can play a highway. It's
Ah.
4 lanes. It's 2 lanes in both directions, and there's bridges and overpasses, and there's an on ramp and an off ramp on both sides of it. So
Ah.
it plays a highway easily,
Yeah.
and it's really just a little like it's a 1.5 mile stretch. And it's
Oh,
super
wow.
easy to lock off. So we have shot. I mean, I can't even begin to say the movies. My first thought is Time Traveler's Wife. We did a big car sequence where he time travels out of the back of the car, and the station wagon's 360s, spins around and gets hit by a truck.
Mm.
And Eric Bana's time travels out of the car. There's literally hundreds of shows.
Wow. On a mile and a half. That's movie magic, right? How you
Yeah,
can stretch that out.
it's a great location because it's got this overpass, and
Mm-hmm.
we do all sorts of travel there. You bring your signs that say St. Louis, Los Angeles, Chicago, Las Vegas. You believe
Yeah,
you're where it is.
that's cool. Very cool. Look at that young
I love that.
shot of Robert.
I love the computer.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know the shot of Robert's hysterical.
It's awesome.
Probably theater school.
Mm-hmm.
73.
Wow. Oh, now tell Matt, you gotta, man, what can you share with us about this and this scene coming up? Oh,
This was in a word difficult,
mm-hmm.
but we we jacked this car up about an extra 6, 7 inches off the ground in a non-working vehicle,
Okay.
so that both John and his stunt double, a veteran mentor legend of Canadian stunts named Dwayne McLean, could fit underneath the car without having to worry about getting clocked by it. The don't back up tire damage spikes are rubber. They are
Okay.
poured rubber from a mold, and they cost a fortune because it was a weird shape.
Mm.
And it's just a whole bunch of pieces put together to look
Mm-hmm.
like a seamless piece of action. But
Wow.
we did it in a whole bunch of cuts. But Neville was not young at the time and very, very game for his age. And Dwayne's not young either. But basically, the most dangerous part of this scene was taking either one of their chins off with the front fender of
Oh,
the car.
okay.
But we had, I've got a gag in my zombie film coming up with the same sort of rigged car that's off height. So you can't tell that the car is off height, but it is. So the thing about this urban legend is this one was going on for real in
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles, and
Wow.
I don't know if I'm crazy
Mm.
or not.
Oh,
Hate
this is
that shot.
brutal. Oh,
What I love is that he actually like tries to stop it. He grabs it.
yeah.
And,
Oh,
ugh,
ooh.
it's fabulous.
Yes. What a
It's
great shot.
the mind of Jamie Blanks, ladies and
Mm-hmm.
gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Then you have your 1970s tilt insert, severe tire damage.
Yes. Oh, I always so bad for the dog, putting the beer funnel of the dog. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I wasn't here for that. I don't know what that is. I just don't get it. The dog is
yeah,
definitely a real dog.
yeah.
He's got some weird thing on his schnauzer, but I was not part of this. Kooky. I don't know why roller coaster was the pick here
Oh, yeah.
because I remember roller coaster in camp like in 1975. Not I don't know if
Mm,
it's some kind of a throwback thing, but
okay.
I mean maybe I'm wrong. Maybe your
Ah,
audience can tell me. Wasn't roller coaster was like a disco song in the 70s?
it was, yeah. Was it a retro? You know what? Maybe it was a retro to set to the 'cause you're
Oh,
right.
the
That would have been
party.
later than 73, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe it's a Wexler reference or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the DP's name. Tom, Chrysanthemums. I just can't. It's not coming to me. But he lit Jared the same in every scene. He's always got the left side dark and the right side light. He lights
Ah,
them beautifully, but it's the same
yeah.
in every scene. So
Interesting.
this lighting is identical to the previous scene when they were in the office together.
That's
And
a
we're
that's
like,
a little fine detail that
yeah,
I will look for moving forward when I watch this now. That's interesting.
they might have been shot on the same day, and that's why. This is the Rocky Horror Picture moment, right? Where the whole crowd goes, "Kiss her!"
Oh,
Yeah, I think she should have thrown the beer at her.
I know. I felt bad for her, man. I was like,
It would have
oh
been too
man.
much. I mean, as it is, it's like your first inkling of why is she so upset.
Mm-hmm.
But throwing a stein of beer is a little radical. If
Yeah.
she just tossed the liquid at her, maybe.
Right. Just yeah.
This is priceless.
I love that. That guy just, man, he's on his own wavelength,
Yeah,
man.
he's just a beautiful actor, Julian. He's a great, great guy.
Hmm.
Smart actor. So Loretta, I mean, she just does a great
Yeah.
job here.
Yes.
Her instincts are fabulous. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd do this.
Love it.
And there is no stunt double here. This is all her.
Okay. I always think that's neat when, some of the cast will just take it on themselves a little bit. Love
Yeah,
that.
well, we did it in cuts. She didn't smash herself into the ground, but she threw herself up in the air and trusted me to catch her with a big pillow.
Ah,
But we did the foot insert slipping gag, and she was just great.
it's
I've
awesome.
never ever bumped into her since, but it would be cool.
That would be.
Yeah, so that's her for real. She started on her bum and just threw herself backwards. It was great.
That's still cool. Oh, this guy here.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum.
He can
But
be
this
a
this this character is in every horror film, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. I
The
always
the
say it like
party
this,
the party leader.
right? A party leader, and usually it's someone that you root for to get killed at some point.
Yeah, and he thinks he's funny.
Right. Hmm. Mm.
Hmm.
And I love how everyone, not everyone, but like the key folks all leave.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go get some help. I'm gonna go to the
Hmm.
station.
Yep.
Crazy.
Oh, Matt, this scene, brother, I have to tell you, man, this was tough.
Oh, for
This
sure.
what's coming up is tough. Hmm.
Yeah, and this is a scene that I'd forgotten about until just before Houston, where when I rewatched the film, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, we did that. That's
Yes.
terrible."
I know. It's
I'm
awful.
I'm an animal rescue guy.
Oh.
I wish I knew who did that voiceover because it's so funky. Wrong. Go to the microwave.
Oh, that's just messed up,
It's
dude.
terrible.
So how did y'all do
Yeah, but
this?
this doesn't compare to like Devil's Rejects,
Oh, no, no, no.
Chainsaw.
Of course. No.
Although, I mean, it's a dog in a microwave. It's pretty awful.
Oh.
It's another rare soundstage moment.
Oh, okay.
You know, well, you can't just go shoot stuff like this in the bathroom anywhere.
True. And Matt, there you were, giving him a little dunk. Oh, this part. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
I was thinking about was I don't
Oh,
remember what these props were, like the liquid and the blue and the red and the like.
oh
I don't remember what we
gosh.
used, but it's highly effective.
Yeah, it was. Just walk out. Done. Mm.
Oh, my timing is off here.
Okay. Where are you at right
Hey,
now?
I just hit my pad by accident.
Okay.
Give me a time code.
Right now I'm at 108.54.
Oh, I went too far. Perfect.
I can pause it if you'd like. Let's
No,
see.
I got it.
109.03.
Yeah, we're good.
109.06. Okay.
I'm right on.
Perfect.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm on picture. My titles have fallen behind.
Oh, your subtitles?
Yeah, that's weird.
Ah, that's happened to me before, actually, a couple times. Oh, now this is some iconic stuff. Oh, look at this shot. Oh, man. The axe through the window. Oh, love this. Oh, woo, Matt, that was close. So do you guys just practice the timing of that? I guess, to swing the axe around the wall?
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm off time here.
Okay, hold on. Let's pause it. Let's pause it so we can get synced up. Everybody, we're going to pause it in 3, 2, 1. Pause. That's all. Let's get synced up. It's important.
Okay, I'm at 110:17.
Okay, I'm at 110.29. And it's right now showing, well, a picture of Tara's side profile.
Uh,
And let's see what you see at
yeah,
110.29.
I'm at 110:30. I just came around the corner.
Okay, so I'm still a little bit. Oh no, this should be right. Are you paused right now? Was we're all paused?
Yeah,
Okay,
and the
so
subtitle says screams.
I don't have a.
Um,
Let's see. I don't
well,
have a
what freaked me out
subtitle.
is you said "come around the wall" because there's
Yeah.
two axe gags. So the first axe gag is the big glass smash,
Yes.
and then there's a wall gag that comes later. So I thought I was way behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was referencing the second one you're talking about when she's running down the hall
yeah.
and you hit the wall.
I'm at 110:30.
Okay, let me get to 30. I don't have any sub. Okay, here's what I see, Matt. I see the stairwell. It's the stairwell in full view
Hmm.
right now.
Okay, so where
It
is
was just
that?
after she ran away from the axe hit, and now it's just the staircase, the big wide shot.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just hold it here, and then
So you guys aren't at the point where Alicia's running across the campus yet.
no, we just had Tara Ree run down the hall to get away from you after the axe hit the wall, and then it cut to this wide shot of the staircase.
Quite a pain.
That's all right.
I'll be right with you.
You're fine. This stuff, no, it's all right. We want to be all synced up with you, so it's with no worries.
I'm just letting it play until I catch you.
Sure.
So breaking the glass, she
Mhm.
runs. Everybody's listening.
Yeah, you're getting close. Yeah, I was just
She's
wondering when you
running.
swing the axe coming up right there on the wall, like how that was practiced, or did you time that out? That was a really good shot.
Do you mean the glass in the studio?
No,
The shadow?
it's the one after that when she runs out
Oh,
of the studio.
this
When
one
she's swing.
here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that
So
one.
that's a stunt lady named
Okay.
Erin Jarvis doubling Tara, and it's a timing gag. So I'm waiting behind the corner with a rubber axe so that if I do happen to clock her in the head, it's not going to hurt her.
Okay.
And I have another stunt performer cueing me off camera
Okay.
to try to time Erin's run with my swing. And so what we do is we call the swing super early, right? So that it's not scary at all. It's way before she gets there. And we
Okay.
just keep tightening it up and tightening it up and tightening it up. And we keep moving the camera further and further over the stunt double's shoulder. So that by the time we get the timing right, it's what we call stacked. And the axe looks much closer than it actually is. And
Oh,
then the
interesting.
slam into the actual slam into the wall, you'll see is it's so dark now because I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
scrolling to catch up to you guys.
Oh, that's okay. But that's really
It's an
interesting.
actual axe hitting actual fake wall to give us
Okay.
the smash.
Ah, nice.
Nowadays, today, 25 years later, in today's filmmaking, we would oh god, I went too far back.
That's okay. We're paused. We're at the stairwell. Wide shot.
We'd be doing what's called a comp.
Okay.
I'm catching up to you. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, once you get there, just pause it and we'll be good to go. This whole sequence, Matt, I've always loved the whole
Yeah, it's
video
really cool.
sequence. It's really neat. The stair running up the stairs, down the stairs.
Yeah,
Just
it's very
it's
cool.
awesome.
Anyway, we would in today's methodology, we do a comp. We would come around the corner and swing a real axe as hard as we could into a real wall and call that one piece. And then we'd have a run as the second and a stop as the second piece, and we would just blend the two pieces of film. So the timing would be as absolutely like
Wow.
razor thin close, and nobody's
Oh,
ever in any danger.
wow, it's amazing. And it looks so, I mean, it's phenomenal. It looks
Yeah,
so just perfect, man. It's great. I love
got
it.
lucky.
Oh man.
All
Hey
right,
Amber, welcome to
should we let it play?
yeah. Let me count us back in. So you're at the wide shot there, right? With the stairwell, the
Mm-hmm.
big wide shot. Okay. All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna count us in again. For the timestamp at home, I'm at 1:10:30. You should be seeing the stairwell, the wide shot. That's what you should have on your screen. All right. Here we go, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now she's running down the stairs. Oh, pat me. Now, there you are, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, oh. I love how it's so we can never see your face, how it's all shot and done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh. Now that's her stunt double, right? You were talking about?
Yeah, yeah. But we hung Tara for all that stuff, and we looked down on her for real.
Okay.
And that's the night she goes, "You fucking rock."
That was the night. Oh, that's
She
awesome.
found it exhilarating.
Yes.
She
Ooh.
does a great job in this whole sequence.
I love you're methodical, you're not in a hurry. Man. Ooh,
Yeah,
some
the
intense stuff.
old close elevator gag.
Well, then I love it though, because there you are back up the stairs, Just
Oh yeah, like it's nothing. And
yep.
I mean,
Hmm.
she should be limping.
That's right.
So there's a shot. That shot of Alicia, I do not understand. She's like desperate, and rain's pouring on her, and she's right. It's like, you're just trying to go and help. Right? She looks like she's being chased by a murderer herself.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, Tara did a lot of that. The drop was the double, and the
okay.
double did that hang when we're down looking up at her hanging and I'm swinging. That's the double. But when we're
Okay.
looking down on Tara dangling with her hands, uh, that was her in a harness.
Okay. Oh, now she's at the. Oh, here you come behind her.
This is my worst piece of overacting in the whole movie.
Oh,
I mean, who says I don't want to die?
I love this. Uh,
She-
mm.
and then we did a version where this is just ridiculous.
No,
Oh,
it's not. It's
good God.
beautiful. I
Fire
love
that
that.
man.
No, I always love the wave. It's like, ooh, like I'm coming for
Good
you.
God, I'm coming. We did
Yeah,
a
buddy.
version where we did really cheesy splatter on the window when I kill her.
Uh-huh.
And we had this, it just looked too much like cheesy splatter on the window. So it's not in the movie. We did the clean version. It's like, where's the
Okay.
blood? There'd be blood
Right.
all over the place. Anyway, I brought it up to him. I don't know. Once we were about 30 days into shooting, I was like, this parka should be covered in blood
Right.
from
Right.
all these people. He's like, no. You can't see my face because I'm wearing a balaclava, and behind that, I've got black makeup all the way around my eyes, like raccoon eyes.
Oh my
So
gosh.
the only issue with my face was the whites of my eyes, and they would catch the light and they'd go, "Oh, saw the whites," and there's nothing we could do
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
But yeah, when I wasn't working and I had everything off, I looked like a raccoon. I had big
Well,
black circles.
it's
And Josh would say stuff like, "You look like me last night."
oh gosh. Oh, you look fabulous in the costume though, my friend.
Hmm. I did a Halloween with my kid a couple of years after this, and I just threw a park on because I didn't have anything. He said,
Hey.
Who are you supposed to be?" And I said, "I'm the killer from Urban Legend."
I have no idea. You can't get more meta than that, my friend.
Yeah, well, nobody knew what I was talking about.
Well, we got to educate them. Tell them to come over to the channel. I'll get them up to speed.
Yeah,
Ah,
we thought sales of Canada Goose would skyrocket with this movie.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be in the parka. These driving sequences are really cool. They were all done near the zoo, and again, this is fake rain, and
Okay.
um, the oh, sorry, I forgot about. There's
That's
this
okay.
double. I forgot that there's a. I got ahead of myself,
It's all
but
right.
Jamie just made great use of. So this location, it's a different gas station, but it's very close to the opening gas station, and
Okay.
it's just great use of schedule, story, locations,
Mm-hmm.
and what we call fooling them again. You have no
Mm-hmm.
idea that we're 2 seconds from the opening of the movie, but we're 3/4 of the way into the movie.
That's awesome. Yep.
There it is,
There's the ring.
the first
Mm-mm.
The first moment. Now, a lot of people say they don't hear the chime.
Oh,
They
really?
just see Rebecca's eyes.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I always heard it.
of course you can hear it, but what I mean is they react to her eyes more than the chime. It's like,
Oh,
oh, there's something about her.
I got you. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But although I think this was nice the way he's all
I
yours.
mean, it's gorgeous, but part of me wanted my first reaction is like they'd be running in there going, oh my God, we found Wexler. And the
Right.
other half is like, oh, you're the killer. We're out of
You're the
here.
killer. That's right. And yet another case right here where we get coming up here, we get separation.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they break up. Yeah, right here. And here in a minute, you, she's going to look back and she's by herself.
She's alone.
Yes, there we go. Right
And
there. Break off.
and also notice all of a sudden the 1940s Hitchcock music.
Hmm.
You know, like we're no longer listening to current pop songs.
Hmm. Mm.
I always wanted the aftermath where you see what really happened and it's just a pop of Rebecca standing somewhere screaming for no reason.
Yes, exactly.
Here's
Oh, now they
Julian,
add this in, Matt, for extra sauce.
and now he's here to save the day.
That's right.
And we're supposed to go, no, don't get in that truck.
And that's what I
No.
did. That's what I said. But see, that's why I love this movie. It was brilliantly crafted with these suspects.
Hmm.
And then look at that. Look. Oh my gosh.
She's great here.
Oh yeah.
No, I am not okay.
Not okay at all.
That coat looks familiar.
It does. Look at it. I love his eyes, man.
Of course, it doesn't help that he's English.
Right? Oh man. Man.
I mean, door won't open from inside. Is like, why is it a cop? Is it a cop pickup truck?
Yeah, right.
The door should open from the inside.
It should.
No way line.
Oh,
Oh
here we go.
no, you flashed your headlights.
Flash in the headlights. Oh my gosh.
So that's me throwing that car around
Ooh, okay.
and driving the pickup, doubling Julian Richings is good best buddy of mine named Anton Ty Cody.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we could not decide the show. None of us could decide whether or not we needed to roll this car or not because she's in it. We didn't want her to get, we didn't want the story to
Ooh.
think she'd get hurt.
Yes.
And that's why this ends up being sort of what I call a limp dick gag, where the truck just sort of goes and then nothing much happens to it. It just plops into the ditch. But
Okay.
Ty Cody was like, "Thank God I didn't have to flip that thing over because it was really really tough to drive."
I bet.
I wanted this to be like on its side. I wanted her to have to crawl up and out and make it
Oh,
tough.
yes. I bet she was okay with this.
She was.
Yeah.
I love this character.
Oh, I do too. I always did. Still do.
Well, I have to confess, not having seen the sequels.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that in the second one, she's good. I really like her as well.
Is she the same character?
Yes,
Oh,
totally. Same personality.
there's that rain.
Yes, again. And that's a big area.
Yeah, it was huge. That's why it's a crane and not
Yeah.
towers. It
Wow.
would take too many towers. But
Ooh,
this is a great blend because these two locations, like where she just ran and where she is now, are
okay.
20 miles apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this is
Now,
actually this is
yeah, go ahead.
in a real, I don't know how to describe it. It was a mental hospital. So it's a real ex
What?
mental hospital that's uh,
Really?
now been renovated since and in the last 20 years and become a campus of one of the universities. But when
Wow.
the movie was shot, it was derelict and empty, and it was like prime real estate. And we
Dang.
shot in these, well, not this location where she is right now, but where she crawled through the window.
Yeah.
It was it was our sets and our office for a CBS series called Top Cops for 4 years,
Okay. Huh.
which was took place all over the states, like from Maine to Florida to California to Oregon,
Yeah.
and it was all shot in the suburbs of Toronto.
That's that's amazing. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't remember where this set is. I really don't. I just remember
Yeah.
that Michael needed one more day on the movie, so
Oh.
he came out of the closet. We actually discussed at one point having all of them make appearances like that in this scene.
Oh. Yes.
Ta-da, ta-da. I was kidding,
Mm,
by the way.
right. It was just a theory.
I don't know why. Oh no, now I do. Yeah.
Man.
Sideways, I know. Yeah, this is a cool set.
Wow.
I don't know why this reminds me of Carrie.
Mm.
It's probably the candles.
Yeah. It's it's a cool reveal.
Maybe because she looks like Piper Laurie lying on the bed.
Hmm. Mm.
And I hate to
And there
say
it
it,
is.
another girly punch.
I thought it was interesting too how just yeah, they're okay, huh? I love how Rebecca flips the switch to turn into this version of herself.
Pretty cool.
And the eyes, man, the eyes are powerful.
Yeah, and it's a little tiny in joke with the liner. It's starting to look a little raccoony.
Yeah, yeah,
I always thought it was a tough sale, but
yeah.
that's fun when she does that with her fingers.
Mhm. Yeah.
I always thought it was a tough sell, but it came about that we were looking for a killer that was, we could get a lady that can do this. So
Mhm.
we looked at 6 or 7 different stunt performers, and it was too obvious that it was a girl. So they were like, "Let's get a
Mm.
small guy. Like we don't
Mhm.
want to give it away." So we
Yes.
looked at small guys and put the park on them and said, "Move around and choke me and kill me." And then Jamie said, "Why don't you just do it? Why don't we just have a big, brutish 6 foot tall guy do it and then really throw them off?" I was like, because they won't buy it
That's right.
when,
Thank you, Matt.
yeah.
Yes.
But
Thank you for thinking that way. I really mean
yeah,
that because it's a lot of times we see a 5'2" character that is killing a 6-foot guy in their head to face.
yeah,
And it's like, come on, man, can't you? I know the stunt community has people that are all varying heights. You could
yeah. But at
that are
least try to fake it better than that.
Right, exactly. Make it help us believe it. Yes. Thank you for that mentality, my friend. That's awesome to hear.
Anyway, I always thought there's a whole other movie here, a prequel about her and the guy
Absolutely.
before the accident,
Mhm.
because she has to be demented to pull all this off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She would have been demented before he was killed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there go my titles again.
Oh. Oh man. Mm.
Come on, Loretta. Gorgeous.
Yes. Mm. Dang, that's messed up.
Ow. I was always such a dope in anatomy. I love that.
Mm. Ah.
Loony psycho bitch.
Seriously. Ugh, gosh. Ew. Come on.
Oh. So this is all them. No,
Okay.
no stunts.
Ouch.
Hmm.
Oh, ooh. Wow.
I love how he says Natalie fucked it up with the dean.
Hey, Brett. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Scott said they added black eyeliner, and it's on purpose. It's an in joke on my raccoon eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's why Loretta and Rebecca did their own stuff on the floor there. It's because her poofed out hair and Loretta was not an easy
Yeah.
double. It's a lot easier to just have them do it themselves.
Mm-hmm. There are several takes on that scuffle. You remember?
Not that many. I don't think so. There's only one take on this fall. So this is the incomparable Shelley Cook again, doubling
Oh,
Rebecca. And that's into a box rig. It's only about 25, 30 feet. But the problem was the rain.
ah,
So when you use
okay.
boxes for a fall, if it's raining, they get wet.
Ooh,
You can't use boxes for a fall. So we tarped the rig. And at the last second, we pulled the tarp so that it would be soft enough for her to land in.
oh, here we
Kind of,
go. Hmm.
all right, quick. What's she going to say? Take your time.
Yeah, right. Get on it.
Mhm. This is Shelley and Sue and Paul Rutledge driving the car
Okay.
behind the zoo.
Okay. Oh,
Love that.
yes. Mm. Oh,
Splash. Whole bunch of pieces there.
wow.
We did
I
a
mean,
car
Rebecca.
crash.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We did a car crash. Then we did the car was static on the bridge, and we launched the Shelley stunt double through the windshield.
Okay.
And then we did a third shot off a ladder into the river. Shelley again plopping herself. It was weeks later, much
Man.
colder, but the three pieces blend together pretty well.
Yes,
And
very.
this is why I always, when on American Psycho, I said to Jared, like, so you ducked that shit. You're not ducking it this time.
That's right. He got his all right.
I love this scene because it's like these poor actors probably thought we're going to be in the sequel.
Right? Exactly. I know.
they
Probably did.
look they look like rejects from a Scooby Doo movie. Like they didn't get the part.
Oh, man. Wow. I love this ending too.
Yeah, the pen in the foreground's cool.
Mhm.
Nice.
And she actually did Noxzema commercials. That's what's great about it. That's so cool in real life. Mm. Wow.
Oh, I forgot about Jamie Danny. I don't remember what Danny Leva did, but I tried to name all the stunt people. But there's Dave Macri, who was one of the names
Ooh.
on one of the props.
Fantastic, guys. Well, Matt, let me just say, as the credits are starting to roll, uh, well done, sir. And round of
Oh,
applause. That
thanks.
was really fantastic
Glad you
performance.
enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it again, Steven. You're a
Oh,
true fanboy.
oh yeah, 100%. And proud of it.
54 likes is pretty good.
54 likes already, and that's not even when it hits replay. It's just going to continue to gain momentum over the coming days and weeks. It builds up steam over time. And guys, listen, let's all again let Matt know how much you appreciated his time tonight that he's come to spend with us. This was an amazing experience. And Matt, I will tell you this: you've given us some amazing insight, some new information that I never knew all these years later. And so, as I watch this movie again on my own or in another watch party or wherever it may be, there's so many nuggets now. I'm gonna remember
You got new
thanks
ammunition.
to this new ammunition. And as Sarah, one of my good friends and one of my mods, had mentioned earlier, she's like, "What great trivia!" Like, because sometimes she'll do trivia games
Hmm.
for me on the channel for celebration streams and things. And so I think some of this information is going to make its way onto some trivia here
That'd
on the
be
channel.
cool. Just
It's
don't
really
give me
cool.
any credit because I don't want to get in any trouble.
Nope, anonymous,
They'll be
heard it
like,
here, you know?
where do we hear that?
Yeah, where did that came from?
No,
Oh.
that's Stunt Guy in Toronto. Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, no,
Trust
they're
me.
good. They're good. Good nuggets of info. But
Yes,
that's
and
if you don't have that, you don't have any fun, right? Like
that's
you gotta
right.
have
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. I love
Absolutely.
that. I'm a even though I've been doing it for 47 years, I'm still a fan of like, did you know that that person is the same person that's in such and such, or that's the same alley where so and so. It's like it's very cool. It's the magic of movie stuff. So you want the illusion to be broken down, but only for a second, because
Mhm, mhm.
you want to be able to believe it the next time you watch it.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, and everything you shared tonight is just to me, it's like adding salt and pepper, man. It's just adding more seasoning to an amazing movie and uh, great stuff. And so, hey, look, this was your first watch party. What'd you think, man? Is this did you enjoy the
Well,
experience, or was it a little
pretty
different?
damn
Or
pretty damn cool. I gotta
cool,
hang on, pause the video here because it's getting into my audio. No, it's very, very cool. It's
good.
the interactive ideas, the idea of being interactive and watching at the same time with a bunch of people is very cool.
Yes, I'm so glad you had fun with it too. Um,
I mean,
Jason
I
says,
I always worry that I talk too much. I did a
"Mm-mm."
the DVD. What did we used to call it? The special features,
Special features. Yep, behind the
the
scenes.
behind
Yep.
the scenes. So we did it for Survival of the Dead, and they invited myself and Kenny Welsh, one of the other actors, and then
Hmm.
we had the editor, the producer, and George. So the five of us, and basically they said we're just going to play the movie, and you guys talk. And
Yeah.
if you ever go get the DVD of Survival of the Dead and watch the commentary, that's the word I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Watch the commentary at the same time, and I do not shut up for the entire movie. And and Peter Grunwald's
Oh,
producer, we came out of that session and he looked at me and Kenny Welsh, the other actor, and he said, "Well, we can't use any of this. You guys didn't shut up for the whole 2 hours." It's like, and they kept almost everything we said. Like we're screaming and laughing, and we weren't drinking either. It was
yeah.
insane.
But
And
that's good though.
I love listening to that commentary because it's like
Hmm.
what we thought were funny jokes are just the stupidest things. But I hope I didn't talk too much. That's all. Thank
Oh
you, Jason. I see
no.
your comment, Jason, the nice one. I like that.
Yes. Oh yes. No, you were amazing. I mean, seriously. And Scott's coming in too, saying his thoughts tonight, and you were humble with your insights and words of wisdom, and
Oh,
acting as
great.
stunt work. Yes. Oh
Appreciate it,
yes.
Scott. Thanks, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. So look, we'll do it again sometime.
Yes, I would love to. I got to tell you that American Psycho watch party.
Oh
You're the
man,
stunt coordinator for that movie.
I would have to watch that film very, very privately and very slowly to get back into it
Oh,
because it is so complicated. It's
sure.
so well crafted, and
It is.
I got some good stories from that movie too because we
Yeah.
didn't know who Christian Bale was, and
No, not then. Mm-mm.
not then. And I got nominated for some stunt awards that were like they weren't really stunts, so I turned them down. And
Wow.
I pissed that group off because they were like, "Well,
Oh,
how can you possibly turn this nomination down?" I was like, "Well, because there were no stunt work. It wasn't real." And they were very offended. But and I
oh,
didn't know, like, give you an example, I didn't know Christian Bale was English till halfway through the movie. And
wow.
he dropped his accent, and all of a sudden he was English, and I was like, "Oh, you're putting on a really good English accent." And he's like, "I am English, you fucking idiot." It's like I had no clue that he was English. That's how into it he was. And Mary
Wow.
Herron, phenomenal director. Like, just there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff on American Psycho, but I haven't seen the movie in so many years. It's not really horror per se, but it's psychological
Oh,
horror.
absolutely.
It's such a scary book. But
Yes.
people ask me about stunt coordinating and the years and the this and that, and flipping cars and running around on fire. The hardest thing I ever coordinated was 3 actors naked on marble
Mm.
with blood and a chainsaw. And that's the toughest thing I've ever done. And that was in that movie.
Wow.
You don't think of American Psycho as an action picture,
Mm-hmm.
but man, oh man, that was one stressful night.
Wow. I can only
Try not to
imagine.
let the marble, the blood, the fact
Yeah.
that you're naked, there's a chainsaw in the room, is crazy.
Wow. Man, you get
Yeah,
me all,
like Justin Thoreau, do you know who that is?
Mhm. I
He
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's a writer actor and
Uh-huh.
made a big name for himself after the fact, but he plays a big role in American Psycho. He jumped off the balcony of a bar we have here in Toronto called the Phoenix into a box rig, much like Rebecca's double did just now. And it blew my mind. I was like,
Wow.
he's like, he's not a stuntman. He was there. I didn't even know him as an actor. I just thought he was a writer. He's like, no, I'll do it. And he threw himself into this box rig.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of American Psycho tidbits, but I'd have to bone up.
Sure. Well, listen, if that's something at some point you would like to do, I promise you, myself and my audience, we would absolutely love it. It would be amazing, and just as tonight was. And
Cool,
so
man.
it would be
I
a
had a
fun
great
thing.
time.
I'm so glad, and my buddy Knight's coming in saying, listening to Matt was awesome. Such great insight and great personality. Please come back again. Aw,
I will, Night Watch. Thank you so much. You
very.
guys just scroll through my IMDb and pick a movie, and I'll do it again with
Okay, well, how about
you.
this? Hey, no, that's
find
not a bad idea. What
find
about this?
something close to Scream because we want to be in your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, exactly. How about this? I will go through and pull out some films like American Psycho and others that kind of fit in what we do here on my channel, and then I can put a poll up for my channel members, and they can actually vote if that's cool with you on which one they'd like to. That's a great suggestion.
That
And we
might be
could
fun.
yeah, we could see what the poll says, and then I can contact you and say, "Hey, here's where the poll is. What do you think? Is it you game, or we want to go to plan B?
That'd be
Whatever."
that'd be funny. You'd be like coming up with that'd be like a retirement plan for me. It's like, what do you do in your spare time? Well, let me tell you about craving something scary.
There you
It's this
go.
thing I do. There's this guy in
Yes,
Houston.
that's
Anyway,
right. I love it. I love it,
cool,
man.
man.
Oh, that's so cool. Well,
Well,
Matt,
it's getting
give
late
me.
here on the East Coast.
Yes, I was going to say that. I know it's
Well,
getting
not on the
late.
East Coast, but in the Mid East, as we say.
Absolutely. And so we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. So, Matt, if you just hang tight, don't go
Yeah,
anywhere. I'll meet you backstage.
sounds
Um,
good. Thank
but
you
for every,
very
oh,
much, everybody.
Yes, you're very welcome. It was our pleasure. Thank you. And everyone in the chat, I want to thank all of you as well. Everyone who had a channel anniversary tonight, thank you so much for your continued support. And guys, I will catch you all tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central, where I will be having my guest tomorrow night will be John Hyams, the director of Kevin Williamson's film Sick and his great thriller Alone. So come back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. Until then, we'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone.
Hey, you have been watching Craven Something Scary. This is Lee Waddell, the original Ghostface, thanking you for stopping by and checking it out.